What is up, everyone? This is Frank over here from PlayerEssence.com, and welcome to another video that I have here for you guys. So today I'm going to be talking about the Legend of Zelda Wii U and how that could potentially go over to the Nintendo NX and why I think it actually should do that. But before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit of history for you guys just to set up the whole mood for this video. So back in 2004, 2005, 2006, Nintendo had the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. They kept on delaying it and holding on to it to where they eventually released that on the Nintendo GameCube and on the Wii. So as many of you guys know, the Nintendo GameCube struggled in sales here and there. It definitely didn't do as well as Nintendo thought it was going to do, especially for how powerful the system was and how price efficient the system was. The GameCube was very cheap, the GameCube was very powerful. It didn't do as well as Nintendo thought it was going to do. So what they did is they said, hey, we have this big game, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Let's go ahead and let's hold on to it for a little bit longer and let's release it on the GameCube at the end of its life cycle because we promised it to GameCube fans, but let's also release it on our brand new system with a new concept that kind of makes sense. Link swings a sword, hey, you have a Wii remote, you swing that as a sword. And it really did work. People went out there and bought the game in droves. Twilight Princess is still one of the best selling Zelda games of all time, especially if you combine the GameCube sales and the Wii sales, but if you just leave the Wii sales by itself, still one of the best selling Zelda games of all time. And I think that was a strategy that really helped pay off with the core and the casual, because Nintendo was really going for the casual fan base with the Wii, and having that Wii Sports casual title and also having that core title that hardcore Nintendo fans could really enjoy and play really made the Wii a best of both worlds. When I picked it up, it was something that I could play with family members. It was something that I could play by myself. It was really something that was truly unique and innovative and really hit both points. Plus there was other games like Excite Trucks and other stuff like that that people were really into. Red Steel, that necessarily wasn't the best game, but still people were excited to play it. So there was a lot of stuff really for that dynamic interest between core and casual. As the Wii's life cycle went on, of course, there's all sorts of debates that can go up as far as who was buying the casuals and all that. But what I really wanted to focus on was how it launched with that. Now, when the Wii U came out, they basically didn't do that with Skyward Sword. They could have held on to it because the Wii was pretty much at its end. They could have held on to it and released it both on the Wii U and on the Wii, but they decided not to. And instead, they decided to go with these two games. You have New Super Mario Bros. U, which is a bridge title probably between the core and the casual. A lot of hardcore Nintendo fans are going to play this, but also a lot of casual fan base. At least that's what Nintendo is targeting with these type of games, other than like the 3D Mario games. And they also went with this right here, Nintendo Land, which was supposed to be like the Wii Sports really of the Wii U and draw in all of those casuals to play Nintendo's games. Now, both of these are great games, but they both lack online multiplayer, which pisses me off, which I'm not going to get into right now, but still. Both of these games launched, and they're really more for the casual pace as far as how you look at it in today's terms, okay? So really Nintendo didn't hit that stride or didn't hit that core market with the Wii U with like a Zelda title, which really could have pushed the system like with the Wii, how The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess really pushed that system for the core Nintendo fans. Now, Nintendo tried to remedy that situation by bringing out third-party games. You had stuff like Mass Effect, you had stuff like Ninja Gaiden's Razor's Edge, you had all of these more mature third-party games, and probably the biggest one was Zombie U, which I think in the absence of a core Nintendo title, this title kind of picked up the slack a little bit, not in the sales department all the way, although it did okay, but not like a core Nintendo title like a Zelda really would. If Skyward Sword was the release on the Wii U, it would have sold a lot more than this game, and it would have sold a lot. It would have sold a ton of copies because Skyward Sword did not do as well as I think Nintendo would have thought it would have done on the Wii, especially with that huge install base the Wii has. So the fact that they didn't release that, I think didn't give Nintendo that core title that Nintendo fans really wanted, and we didn't even really get that until the following year, until Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD came out, in my opinion. Now, there were other titles, don't get me wrong. We had Pikmin, we had Lego City, we had Monster Hunter, there were other things, but still, Zelda is in a different class in my opinion. Mario, Zelda, Metroid, F-Zero, those games are in a little bit different class than some of the other titles that the Wii got, like Pikmin and some of the other stuff like Wonderful 101, different things that came out early in the Wii U's life cycle. So going forward, to get to the point of this video, I think it would be really smart if Nintendo did the same strategy they did with the GameCube and the Wii. So the GameCube and the Wii are kind of in a similar situation. It's one of Nintendo's lower performing systems of all time. And transitioning into the next generation, there's a lot of unknowns you don't know, but there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of room to grow and capitalize on. And I think a Legend of Zelda title, especially one as big and as expansive as the Legend of Zelda Wii U, would do wonders to be a launch title for the Nintendo NX. Now, you don't have to not release it on the Wii U. I think that would be the best thing to do. Release it on the Wii U and release it on the Nintendo NX. Now, it doesn't have to be at the same time like Twilight Princess was. It can be, you can release the Legend of Zelda Wii U in 2016 if it's ready to go. If it's ready to go. If it's not ready to go, then hold on to it till 2017, and if the Nintendo NX releases in 2017, then release it on the Nintendo NX as well, and have that huge title for people to go out and pick up. Because let's face it, guys, there's going to be a lot of people who don't buy a Wii U this generation. There's a lot of Nintendo fans who haven't bought a Wii U this generation. Just look at the gap between the Nintendo 3DS and the Wii U, okay? There are a lot of Nintendo fans that are just like, there's not enough games, there's not enough Nintendo type games for me to pick up a system yet, and they don't release frequently enough, or maybe the price is too much. Heck, 3DS games being $39.99, plus the system is the most expensive portable in Nintendo's history as far as initial launch point and all that. Combine that with the Wii U, which is one of the most expensive systems Nintendo has. Some people might not have the money, but if you wait and you put that big Zelda title out on the Nintendo NX as well as the Wii U, I think not only can that give a boost to Wii U and what it does in its end life cycle, but that can give a massive push for the Nintendo NX, the same type of push that the Wii got. Now, will the Nintendo NX sell like the Wii? I'm not saying it will. I'm not saying that The Legend of Zelda had that effect on the Wii to make it sell like it did. I think Wii Sports did more of that, but still, it was one of the games that really got core gamers to jump on, because a lot of them weren't convinced just with Wii Sports, okay? So without having that Zelda title, that core title to bring in those hardcore Nintendo fans, I think the Wii wouldn't have done as well at the beginning. But if Nintendo can do this with the NX and bring the Legend of Zelda to that system, and possibly, what if it could actually upgrade it, make it look better, add more features? It can possibly run in 60 frames per second. There could be so many great things they could do with it, with stronger hardware, with better communication features. If the NX is planned great, there could be so much stuff to make the game even better. Heck, I would double dip. Even if they released it on the Wii U and they released it on the NX, I would probably buy both of them. And even if they released it at the same time, I would probably buy both of them, just to have both of them to see what the differences are and do comparison videos and all of that. So I think it would be a great idea if Nintendo released it on both the Wii U and the Nintendo NX, just so the NX can have that major launch title to really get things going off with a strong boost. So what do you guys think? Do you think Nintendo should release it on both systems? Do you think Nintendo should just release it on the Wii U? I would love to hear your thoughts. And I have heard some of the counter arguments, guys, so I'm not oblivious to that, nor am I trying to push my opinion or force it down upon you guys. I do know that the NX and the Wii U might use different architectures that might not be the same like the GameCube and the Wii was as far as porting and all that goes. But I'm just saying, as generally, if Nintendo could port the title over to the NX, it would be a good idea, in my opinion, just so they can have that huge title to launch with and really get the NX going. So those are my thoughts on the matter. Please let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Also, make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know that you guys want more Legend of Zelda discussions just like this one. And also hit that subscribe button if you're someone new, because right here on PlayerEssence, you're going to get all sorts of gaming news on Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys for the next video. Peace.